Welcome to the CEO Coach Show. It's your host and coach, Rebecca Nesbitt. And today, stick around if you're going through an up level and it's feeling like all shades of the drama, because that's what we'll be talking about today. I'll be starting with a little life update and then kind of going into a discussion with myself because I wish you were here, but unfortunately, you'll be listening to this sometime in the future. So, unfortunately, you can't be here for the narrative to go back and forth. However, I'll be kind of having a conversation with myself on, is the next level forced or guided? Like, is it your choice at all in this personal development and entrepreneurial journey? So, we'll start with a life update. If you have been here before and you're watching on YouTube, then you'll maybe notice that the space that I'm in looks different. And sometimes I have been traveling, so spaces will look different. However, this is actually my new office, which is really exciting. I have wanted to be in this space, particularly this space. So I now work out of a co-working center in Seguin, Texas, which is near where I live, called the Rise Co-working. And I've wanted to be in this space since we moved here, and I became aware that this space was here downtown. And I haven't done it for the last 2 years because I just kept telling myself I didn't need that it was fine to work from my home office, which is in the spare room of our house. And I was, happy enough with that. However, I do feel like the universe, goddess, she forces your hand sometimes. And essentially, we're doing a lot of renovations in our house, and they're about to blow out the wall in my home office. So it became very important to have another space to work from, a space that is not full of people working all the time or having to work from a room where there's extra noise. Also, we live in the middle of nowhere on a ranch in Texas, and it has been loud there lately, as well as we've had some issues with Wi-Fi. So I do think, in terms of it being a business case, that it's important that we have another space. But I also think that being in person and having people around is also hugely important. And I think it's something that's becoming more and more important as I watch businesses grow in person again. I think that we had such an influx of everything online because of COVID. And now people are recognizing that there is a lot of benefit to being in person. And I know a lot of businesses have actually given up their in person spaces, and a lot of people are still working from home. Many people prefer it, and I was certainly one of those people. I loved working from home. I felt like going in the office, it really took the momentum out of my day when I was in a 9 to 5. And then when I started my own business, it was really kind of my main option was to work from home because I could. I do like working in my pajamas personally, and that will only be Fridays going forward. Gone were the days doing my laundry in the middle of the day, but I'm really excited for this new level. And I think that when you are going through an up level, whatever it might be, whether it's making, I mean, this is another financial investment we're making in the business. And I say we, I mean, the royal we of my team of two, but this is another financial investment in the business, but it feels like the right one. And I think for the past 2 years, while I've wanted to be in this space, it just didn't feel like the right move. So I do think there's a part of this up level process that is about how it feels. So, what I wanted to come to this show with today is kind of feeling like, is your up level forced? Because that's how it felt the last 2 years, wanting this space. And every time I tried to come into this space, the rooms that I really wanted like weren't available. So I took it as a little sign from the universe and I just kept checking in. But I'm sure that I have missed a point where this exact room was available. So I think that we can feel like we're forcing ourselves into something, like we want to almost future project ourselves. I wanted myself to be in the space that I'm in now. So I thought if I just get the thing, then I'll be ready because I'll have to live up to the expectation. And I think that that's a common thing that people do with the up level is they make the big investment or they do the thing that makes them feel like this is the right place. Whereas patience is so underrated. And I think in waiting for myself and my business to actually be ready to make this investment, not only of money, but of time. You know, it takes me time now to travel to the office. And also, I drive myself here. I'm a new driver. If you've not been here and didn't know that story, I am still a new driver. So now having to put myself in the position of driving to an office gives me like significant amounts of anxiety. I'm a nervous driver, like you wouldn't believe. And I know that that will not get better if I be telling myself that. So I have been trying to change that narrative. But if I was to be really honest with you now, super nervous about driving to the office every day. And that might not be something you experience. You might be like, she'll get over it. And hopefully I will. But literally woke up today and thought, we need to get a will in place just in case, because I'm going to be on the road more. So there are things that feel forced in the up level, certainly, but I also feel like, at least at this point, I'm ready for that. At least I have passed my test. I have been able to drive to this town and do my shopping or go to get my hair done or my eyebrows done and things and go home. So I feel like now just feels like the right time. Instead of forcing the up level, it almost feels like arriving at the up level and being actually ready for it. And I can only imagine what great things are going to come out of it. And I think that that's where this conversation about the up level will go is, are you still holding on to the possibility? Because I certainly did for this office. I held on to the possibility for so long. And I actually had a conversation with one of my coaches literally yesterday. And we were talking about how my office, this exact one, doesn't have the most natural light. So I could be happy with the level that I'm at right now. And I could be in this office for forevermore, for years, for as long as I want to be. But even now in the up level, they're still holding on to the possibility of the next one, which is the office that is just blinded by natural light. Like that is the next vibe. So I think that when you're going through it and you're not ready for it, you almost can't see the next version of it. Whereas I feel like I've come to this, and this is probably one of the first things I've come to and felt really ready. And now I'm even seeing beyond it, but not in a way that makes me uncontent in what I have. Like, I am so grateful and excited for this particular part of the up level. And I'm just as excited for the next part, but I'm so happy with where I am. And I think that's when really great things happen, is when you're striving for more, but you can actually be content. Because I think that most of us as entrepreneurs, we don't get that. We have the thing that we're reaching for and we get it, and there's usually this kind of fall from grace almost of automatically wanting more, kind of like you've hit the highest income that you have had, and then the next month you make nothing. One of my entrepreneurial friends called it the entrepreneurial slap in the face is when your business does, I think her business had done like $24,000 in one month, and the next month had done $3,000, and it was three quarters of the way through the month. And she was like, this was the slap in the face from the world of entrepreneurship. And I think that many things in entrepreneurship can feel like that, whether it's financial, whether you get the client, whether you speak on the stage. And as soon as we've done it, there's kind of this like, what's next? And it's crushing and debilitating. And I wonder if, and this is something I'm going to be playing with, but I wonder if we're actually ready for that up level when we take that step. If we don't take, and this is so contrary to typical advice, but if we don't take that giant leap into the unknown and we give ourselves the time and the patience to build ourselves into the person that can handle and hold those things, I wonder what a different world we'd live in. And I know that at parts of my entrepreneurial journey, I feel like I had to do them the way that I did them. I remember having 3 clients and knowing that they were gonna renew and then being like, "I'm gonna leave my job," and I did, and the universe, the goddess, she caught me, as well as my friend Lani, who gave me a position in her coaching company at the time. So I do think there are big, bold moves where the universe will catch you, but I also think that we can't discredit the moves that we're ready to make. So if you're going through an up level right now and it feels really sticky and it feels really hard, maybe it's the moment to take the giant leap, but also maybe it's the moment to think, can I be content with what I have? And then when the up level comes around, I'm really ready for it. When I make the investment, when I get the client, when I up level the pricing, I'm really ready for it. I think that there's magic that is lost in our culture where we're like, just do the thing, take massive action, never stop, don't take your foot off the gas. I think we kind of lose the magic of entrepreneurship and we lose the excitement that we have. And I certainly went through that yesterday when one of my coaches, we were talking about this new office, and she was saying there's just like no natural light. Like, girl, you're a witch. And I was like, that is accurate. She was like, you need natural light. Unfortunately, we have a balcony. It looks very like French Quarter, New Orleans style, which I am loving. But she was like, "You need natural light." And I was like, "That's absolutely accurate." I could have taken that moment, and for a minute I did. I took that moment to mean I've made the wrong decision. I'm gonna cuss, so if you have littles, please pause. But I was like, "Oh shit, I have fucked up. I made the wrong decision. Oh no." And there was a big part of myself that wanted to beat myself up and say, "I can't believe you didn't hold out for something different. I can't believe you didn't do all of these other things that you could have done." But the reality is that we're in a small area, small rural area community, and there's just not as many options as if I chose to travel to, Austin is our nearest big city. If I traveled to Austin and won the freaking lottery, because right now our business is not going to support Austin prices. And if you know Austin, if you know, you know. But if I chose to do that, then yes, maybe there are significant opportunities to have something that is just like streaming natural light coming in. But it's okay to have steps between the two, And I really did sit with myself yesterday and I was like, I have not made the wrong decision. I've made the right decision for me. And I'm going to feel so good in this level. And then when I get the office with the natural light, I'm going to feel so good in that level. And then who knows what comes after that. Personally, I'm hoping that our ranch will be a retreat center by this point, but we're big dreamers over here. So if you're in the up level, and even if you have people that you admire who have something to say about it, this is just a message, CEO to CEO, friend to friend, that says, well done, good job, love where you are, enjoy where you are. Of course, strive for more always, but it doesn't take away the magic that you've created now. And even in those moments where the up level feels unnerving, like it felt so unnerving to get office space. While I was so excited about it, it's unnerving. It's new. It's a whole new routine for myself, for my partner, because we share a car currently. It's a whole new world for us. And it also means a lot more networking, which ironically we do online all the time, but in person, y'all, I had my coffee cup today and it had a matcha in it, and I was talking to all these young professionals and my hand is like shaking. Like 10 minutes after I have given my stand up, "Hi, I'm Rebecca Nesbitt and I run an online platform for female entrepreneurs to connect and collaborate and network." And a great thing that happened to me today is the fact that I'm here and I'm in person, and that's really great because I work online. If I say it now, it's like, oh, that's so easy. But there, I was like shaking like you wouldn't believe. It's actually, ironically, me going to other networking groups that are not my own, and my handshaking is one of our best performing social media posts of all time. But there will be more up leveling that comes out of this, and I'm going to be nervous about it, and I'm going to be scared, and I'm going to be shaking, and I'm going to do it anyway. And I think that that is the up level. So if you're feeling that energy of the shaking, the nervousness, but the excitement too, like I feel like you're in the right place. And whether you're taking the massive leap into the unknown or whether you have the patience to wait and to build and to be ready, I don't think either are bad or wrong. I just think I've had such an enjoyable journey with waiting and being ready, but it came at the cost of 2 years of waiting. So it depends if you have the patience or not. They say patience is a virtue. It is your choice, my friend. But truly, when it comes to the next level, is it forced or guided? I do believe it's always guided. There feels like there's a little bit forcing because, like I said, our house is going through renovations and they're about to blow out my wall. But this has been a divine experience and I'm really excited to create from here. It just has this new energy and this new vibe about it. And I think that that is because, and I'll end on this point because I feel like this is so important. I think it is because there are people around me. And this return to in person feels so important to me. And I love online. My heart is online, but I definitely believe that there are opportunities for me, like I say, guided opportunities for me in person, and I'm really excited to see where those go. So I will keep you posted, but I want you to know that online is absolutely still my heart, and global connections feel so expansive. I think that there is beauty in both. So if you're someone who is not in Seguin, Texas. If you are, come hang out. But if you're not, then you're looking for maybe an opportunity to up level, an opportunity to share your business, go to that room and have your hands shake, then I would love to host you there because trust me, I know exactly what it's like. And my role as a facilitator is to make you feel seen and heard and safe in our room. So if you'd like to network with us, then please do. The links are all in the description. And also something that's coming soon, aka coming now, is if you're looking for a more steady squad, particularly in the run up to Black Friday, then please do check out our Black Friday challenge. We'll do Monday to Friday co working sessions through November to get you prepared because we're in it together. And the planning, the organization, the actually doing the work, the crafting and the carving out of time can be really challenging to do on your own. And genuinely, that's why I'm in a co-working space and not just some like random office somewhere where there's no access to people. So if you're someone who's craving that, but you have to be online or you want access to that and online is where you're going to get that right now, then please do check out the link in the description to our Black Friday challenge. We'd love to see you there. And with that, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And until next time, I'll be over here, casually up leveling and believing in you.